Who would have thought that offline mobile games were something that you were so interested in? Many people say if you're able to watch this video, you have internet connection, but not everywhere that you go will that connection stay with you. So today I decided to make a new list of some of the newest and some old goodies of offline mobile games that are worth playing, worth trying, and worth keeping on your phone for when you do lose that connection. The Legend of Tianding is a nice new platformer game that has comic book style art that is something that a lot of people are going to enjoy. It feels like this game is coming straight out of a comic book where you can obviously read through what you have to do, but also engage in the battles with different battle mechanics that you will have enhanced along with your weapons as well throughout the game. This game is a really fun platformer that does it differently because of the comic book style gameplay as well as the art that's being brought into the game. Who doesn't remember reading the comic books from back in the day and really enjoying that time to yourself inside a great comic book? Well, now you could take it into action with this one, fight alongside some of your favorites, and really just enjoy your stay in a nice atmospheric style game. Ghost X or Ghost 10, which one actually is it? We're looking at a sniping simulator here, which is a genre that really has always done well on mobile for long periods of time. I love the element of slow motion and close-up inside of this game. It makes it just kind of stand out and really just look great and have a really nice fun element to it. Being able to follow your shots as close as you can here gives you a little bit more up close and personable connection to the actual action inside of the game. You're gonna be able to choose different weapons along the way, take them into battle, and find your enemies, whether they be close or whether they are far. How accurate are your shots? How much can you lead your shot? And will you be able to be as steady of a hand as you need to be to get those headshots? This game's a lot of fun, and of course, it's offline. Rogue Slasher is an offline action RPG game, and as you guys probably know from me on this channel already, I absolutely love action RPG games. I think they're fantastic, tons of fun. They give you lots of time of enjoyment, and they just are a nice time killer. I could see myself sitting on a plane ride to California, playing this game with no internet connection, enjoying myself as I encountered different dungeons and different spaces along the way, upgrading my gear, upgrading my power, and just allowing myself to fight different enemies that I encounter along the way. This game's a lot of fun, super casual, but also a great time killer. Bug Heroes 2. Now, yes, this game does look super casual, but at the same time, it does include tactics that you're gonna need to use to be successful inside of the game. Lots of different bugs, lots of different weapons, and lots of different combat styles you're gonna have to use to be successful to get the food and take down the enemies. As you can see, it's a mobile-like gameplay style, but the combat is more like a action battler or even in some instances a shooter style gameplay. Super fun with lots of different heroes that you could choose from along the way to make your gameplay as customized as your bug mind can imagine. This game's super cute, super fun, and again, offline. Shades Shadow Fight Roguelike. Now, we know that the Shadow Fight games have been around for a while, that they've been an offline phenomenon, but this one here is the newest in the journey. Inside of this fighter, you're gonna actually have real live combat the way that you would expect from a fighter, not card selection, not RPG style, but actually having to use the attack buttons and the joystick for your fight. It's obviously in that shadow themed artwork style, which the genre has come to be known to, and it's an enjoyable experience, and you, as you can see, unlock shades along the way. These shades are essentially power-ups that give you different abilities as you progress through the game to enhance your combat. Let me know what your favorite mobile games are right now that you're playing, whether they're online or offline. Rogue Strike 200. Now, I like this game because mostly of the cover system. We have a system here where you obviously need to be on the offense with all the weapons that you have, but also the cover system really entices you needing to use defense. You can't just run out there and absorb bullets. You have to actually hide from them, utilizing the cover system, something that I loved so much from back in the day of Gears of War. Notice you have enemies coming and rushing you. You have enemies from above with sniper rifles. Different stages are gonna give you different encounters that you're gonna need to maneuver your way around and shoot your way through. Super fun game. The graphics are definitely simple, but they also do look nice at the same time. This game is going to keep you entertained for quite a while, especially if you're into shooters and more particularly cover shooters. Apple Night Dungeons. This is a really cool game as well, which is an action RPG platformer style game with Zelda elements to it, yet of course, definitely a fun style game. The artwork is something that you'll remember from days of old, but also very nice, and the combat is super fun. And of course, the upgrade of apples is something that you will encounter along the way as well. Super fun platformer style game with much of upgrades and weapons you could have along the way, and of course advertisements as you see from down below. But super fun game that I think you guys are going to enjoy. Give this one a shot. Again, it is an offline game, and when offline, no ads available. Magic versus metal. Inside of this one, it's machine versus wizardry. Which one will reign true? Which one will be the victor? This game is super fun. It's a nice PvE style game, of course, offline with some nice graphics. Now, let's be transparent here. This is not a new game. It's been around for a while, but it has also been quite popular for quite some time, hence it being thrown on today's list. Just because it's an older game doesn't mean it's one that you can't still enjoy today. Dadish 3, you're a turnip in this platformer style game. Very cute, very basic, very pixely, very Mario-like, but not quite as cool as you would expect from Mario. It actually reminds me of Alex Kidd from the Sega Genesis from back in the day, but it is a fun game, platformer style, offline, giving you challenging opportunities to make your way through the stages. Use your turnip self to be creative, elusive, and successful inside of this challenging platform. Two Dots is a puzzle game, because how can you have a video without a nice puzzle game in it? Connect the Dots style puzzle game, but it's also very fun. It's one of these types of games. It's going to just be addicting for you to complete stage after stage and progress through the game. Atmospheric style game as well, with a very simplistic looking graphic, but also very pleasant. If you plan to venture from the path and not play Candy Crush like everyone else, this one is a great option for you, and it's absolutely a great time. Super fun. Trying to get off Earth? Trying to be alone? Mars will take you there in an offline fashion, where you have to explore this new world, whether that be an underwater environment or one up in space. This one is a nice exploration style game that has twists and turns along the way. It's again another one of those atmospheric style games, which we're really starting to see here as a trend lately. Mars is a game that's really good for people that are young and old. I could see my 6 and my 10-year-old enjoying this one, just to have some type of an exploration style experience in the mobile platform. I like this one. And we couldn't do this video here today without Kingdom Rush. This is one of the best tower defense games of all time on mobile. Super simple, but it does tower defense very well. Now, for those of you that don't know, I grew up on tower defense. I absolutely love tower defense games. I find them insanely addicting, and I always want to just progress to the next level or go as far as I possibly can in those endless modes. This one right here does it extremely well if you're looking for strategy style games that have a little less depth than some of the kingdom builders out there right now. This one is a fantastic option for you, and of course one that you could take offline and play anywhere. I'm actually going to go and play this one right now. Every single day I'm bringing you guys videos of what the best mobile games or free-to-play Steam games are. I do it right here on this channel, so make sure you subscribe to it so you don't miss out on tomorrow's video.